So last week was spring break for me, and I had an opportunity to look for some comic books, focusing on my collecting goal in some strange and unusual places. To quote Lunch Money Comics over on his channel. So let me show you what I got. This is James from Readboard Comics, and I would like to begin by thank you for watching my video. If you do like this content, please like, share, and subscribe down below. Hit the bell up in the corner so you get notifications whenever I post new content. So as I said, last week was spring break, and I did have an opportunity to check out some places both in my community and as my wife and I traveled in some other locations, looking forward to trying to achieve my collecting goal of 2024, which is, as I've shared multiple times on the channel, my goal is to complete a volume 1 Batman run going from issue 400 all the way to the end, issue 713. And I'm getting pretty close. I can feel it. And part of this goal is some of the criteria I have for myself. And this is something at the beginning of the calendar year I spent some time to think about. I didn't try to have some pie in the sky collector goal, but something that I felt was doable, considering how work is going to be, what my personal life, other personal projects are. And so I felt that this would be achievable, and this would allow me to kind of have a benchmark, something as I'm moving on into 2025, I can consider how difficult it was to achieve this goal, and then adapt to something similar to that. Kind of an aside, there are several other runs that I'm feeling I am on the cusp of achieving my goals for those. And so in hindsight, maybe Batman Volume 1 might have been too modest, and I had a kind of just swung for the fences. Before we get going, I did have a couple mail calls. One is a Kickstarter. It's kind of interesting to me, some of the communities I've been a part of, first on Facebook, now on Instagram and on YouTube. Comic book Kickstarters seem like this is right before the comic boom at the end of the pandemic was a bigger deal. And now it doesn't seem they're mentioned as often. That's not like a good thing or bad thing. I do think Kickstarter does offer an opportunity for some smaller comic book publishers, artists, writers to kind of get their name out there and create content that an audience likes. One of these that I've been following is Good Boy. It's actually made by an LCS owner in the state of Indiana, which I think is really cool. They're friends of my LCS, buymetoys.com in Mishawaka, Indiana. And so I just want to kind of support that. The initial premise for this series, Good Boy, is it's kind of putting a twist on the John Wick story. Instead of John Wick being the hero, it's his dog, and John Wick is the one that's been murdered. And so I've been kind of following that. It is really violent, which I'm okay with as an adult reader. Maybe that's not something that's your cup of tea. Yeah, cup of tea. That's what I meant to say. With this, and this is one of the things I enjoy about it, is there were multiple Kickstarter not awards. That's the wrong word I'm looking for. There were several things that were unlocked as a part of this Kickstarter. So this was Good Boy, Red Moon over Kyoto, which I think is the volume 4 in the series. Okay, and here we have this right here. Very cool looking cover. And this, I begged and boarded this. Okay, and then it came with this metal collector card. Came with the sticker and an enamel pin. Okay. I haven't had a chance to read this, but I've enjoyed everything else that's come out. I think Volume 3 was actually something that LCSs could solicit because, except for the initial book, the rest of it I got from my LCS. The other two are books I've been looking for, This is Future State Superman of Metropolis. The first one is a Key John Kent book, Superman's Son, which I've really enjoyed, kind of following since his role in Super Sons, which, if I haven't shared it, my favorite uh, team book. So we got, these are the B covers, and that's what I've been looking for. I did see the A covers in the wild, but I really wanted the B covers. So we have issue number 1. Sorry about the glare. Issue number 2. And issue number 1's a key. I don't remember why, though. Let me put those aside over there, make some space. The rest of these is from Warehouse, Cards, Games, and Comics. I might be twisting up that last part. In Mishawaka, Indiana. It's not too far away from my LCS, maybe a quarter of a mile, but I typically don't go to it because it's on a side road. And while I want to support any comic book store in my area, because comic books are an amazing thing, Buy Me Toys is my preeminent investment. They did, though, and I see these are all mixed up, they did have 2 books getting me closer to the end of my Batman run. We got issue number 699 and issue number 704. Then I was looking around in some other areas. They have some discount boxes. I recall in the past, I think those were dollar boxes, but they're still reasonably priced. You can get dollar books in there, and I did pick up a multitude of them. And then they had some Bronze Age books, and we'll get to that in a second. So these were the discount boxes pickup. Most of these were $1 or $2 books. We have a Fantastic Four book. This is an annual. No, this wasn't in the dollar boxes. This is a key. I don't remember why. Then we have an Uncanny X-Men annual. This is annual 97. Ironic, considering X-Men 97 is right out of the air. I don't remember if that was in the discount box. These 2 were, though. We have a McFarlane Spider-Man. This is issue number 4. And then I don't know why this is in my CLZ app. I think I was watching or listening, either watching another YouTube channel or it was on a podcast. And then this comic mini was mentioned. So this is Cataclysm, The Unlimited's Last Stand. It is a Miles Morales cover, which is very cool. Bagley's on the art with Bendis doing the writing. This is issue number 4. So that's a mini I'm looking for. I think it's because of Miles Morales. The rest of the books, all of these right here, are Bronze Age Conan books, which typically I don't find in the wild at all. Most of these are in really good shape, considering these books are pushing 50 years old. Some have a little bit of wear on the corners. I'm just looking right now. I don't see any spine ticks at all. There are a few that have some spine roll, but I'm okay with a 50-year book having a little wear like that. So first, we have issue 82. This is Bushima Chan cover right there. I think this one is a Chan cover. Issue number 84. Most of these are 35-cent books, which you can't go wrong. These were a little bit more. I want to say they varied between $4 and $5. There is one key in here. That one was a $9 book. This is number 86. I don't know. Oh, wait a minute. I missed it. I'm sorry. Here, this right here, this is the key. This is the first appearance of Zula, which would have a long run as kind of a side character in the Marvel Volume 1 run. This was the $9 book. All the rest of these were $4 or $5. And considering their shape, I thought that was a really reasonable price. So I shared issue number 86. We have issue number 91. Issue number 93. Issue number 97. And then last is issue 99. And this is another one of those runs I've been working on. I've been reading Conan since I was in middle school when my dad first threw me some of the pulp books. It was De Camp and Sprague. And then I got into the comic books. I mowed yards, went down to the corner store, bought them right off the spinner rack. This was back in the late 80s. So volume 1 is a series that I've been working on as well. So that's it. I want to thank you for watching the video and listening to me ramble on. If you did like what you saw, please like, share, and subscribe. Hit the bell in the corner. And please do not forget on this beautiful weekend to read more comics.